What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Matty B here with Matty B Wrestling, and I have the unfortunate task right now of paying my respects and a little tribute to Wyndham Rotunda, also known as Bray Wyatt in the WWE. Just a couple of days ago, Triple H tweeted that Bray Wyatt had unexpectedly and unfortunately, tragically passed away during the day on Thursday. Just a day after we got the news that Terry Funk had passed away. So just so sad, man. A lot of wrestlers come and go, and I've seen it as a kid. Watching. I fell in love with wrestling as a kid. But this one, I don't know. This one's hits me a little harder than the rest, because, like I said, when I was a kid, I was a huge fan of the Attitude Era, and then at about 2004 or 5, I kind of fell out of it after Steve Austin was gone. The Rock wasn't really around. Those were my guys, and then I didn't really keep up with it for a long time. And then about 2012, one of my buddies who remained up to date with wrestling told me about this Bray Wyatt character, and he's like, "You got to check this guy out. He's right up your alley." Knowing that I gravitate towards the creepy kind of cult leadery, like weirdly spoken, deranged kind of characters, right? I've always kind of gravitated towards those, and so I saw Bray Wyatt, and the first thing I noticed, his look was great. The Hawaiian shirt, the long hair, the big beard. He's a big guy, I'm a big guy. And then when he started talking, that accent that he has, and just the way his cadence, and you fully believe that this guy was who he was, and you didn't have to like suspend your disbelief for him. You just knew he was that guy, and I was hooked. That faction and him brought me back to wrestling, and I've been keeping up ever since with not just WWE, but any kind of wrestling. I try to keep up with all of it. Of course, there's way too much, but yeah, especially watching the Wyatts, and when he came back as the Fiend, is just, man, it was just insane. And I'll never forget, I was watching the debut of the Fiend at SummerSlam 2019, and I always try to watch the pay-per-views with my father-in-law because he's a fan. But my wife and my mother-in-law, my kids, they don't really care for wrestling. But that night we were all at the house, and the Fiend was making his entrance, and everybody was glued to the TV, and nobody said a word the entire time. The whole entrance, everyone was just stuck, just watching this spectacle, and it was special, and that's the thing about Bray Wyatt, was he just demanded your attention. You had to keep your eyes on him. There's something special about watching him perform, and not just in the ring, but obviously on the mic, and those entrances were always so great. I remember maybe it was 2017. I went to a house show here when they came out, and it's just so cool watching the fireflies and the lights go out and seeing that entrance. It's just such a cool spectacle. And then of course all the stuff with the comeback when he did the White Rabbit on all the QR codes, and I was just as hooked then. It's just he made wrestling fun, and he made it engaging. You wanted to know what was coming next. Like the Firefly Funhouse was like watching my favorite TV show every week, just watching that little segment just to see what was next. But yeah, man, this one hurts. It's been a couple days, and I've been going through all the tributes of everyone and watching people's reactions, and man, it just breaks my heart. But I don't know any of these people, but I want to send my condolences to the Rotunda family, of course. Mike Rotunda, aka IRS, who's his dad. Bo Dallas, his brother. JoJo, his wife, a former WWE ring announcer. He's got 4 kids, man. I mean, I have 2 little girls. I can't imagine leaving them and my wife at such a young age. I mean, I'll be 36 next month, so I mean, I can't imagine, man. That's just so heartbreaking. He had so much potential. We never know, we didn't see the height of all that. We knew he was special, but there were some things that happened in his runs that were questionable, and maybe derailed him a bit, but he always came back stronger with a new gimmick or a new version of himself, and man, it was fun to watch. And I want to say thank you to Bray Wyatt for bringing me back to this excuse me, bringing me back to this art form that I fell in love with as a kid, and that he brought that magic back for me, brought me back into it, and I'll forever be grateful for him, for the memories, and for all the fun the past 11 or so years I've been watching you. So thank you, Bray. Rest in peace, and God bless. Peace.